Hello everyone, good morning. In this session, we will learn two things. Very first one is how the Java is platform independent, and the second one is Java buzzwords. Friends, these both the topics are very important. Let us go for that topic one by one. The first topic, how the Java is platform independent. What is the platform exactly? The platform means operating system. Few examples of operating systems are Windows, Linux, Mac. Let us understand why C and C++ are platform dependent. Let us take an example of C++ program on Windows operating system. Here we have a Windows operating system. We have a C++ source code or the program. Now let us see exactly how the entire program will executed on a Windows operating system. Here we have a C++ program. We will compile and then the machine code, that's a Windows based machine code will be generated. Now this Windows based machine code will be executed and you will get output. So again, whenever you will compile your C++ program on Windows based machine, the Windows based machine code will be generated, and this machine code will be only understood by Windows based operating system. If you will give it to the any other operating system like Linux will not able to understand this. Now, the client side, will it give you source code to the client? No, never. We'll give the machine code only. What we will do is we will give the machine code to the client, this machine code, and the client will run and that he will get output. He does not require a source code. If we will give you the source code, then client can modify it and give it to the some other friends or basically their other clients also. So we do not require to give a source code. We require to give a machine code only. Now here we have a various clients and the clients are working on a Windows based operating system. So what is the machine code we have generated? The same machine code we will give it to the our all the clients like 6 clients over here. They can run and they will get output. Provided that all these clients are Windows based clients. Now here we know that we have generated a machine code for the Windows and we will execute that and that will be executed on a Windows based machine. But again the same machine code we have shifted to the Linux operating system and we will try to execute it. It will not execute it because this machine code whatever we have over here, that's a Windows based machine code. Linux will not able to understand this Windows based machine code. So what we require to do for the Linux, let us see that. Again for the Linux, same C++ program we will put in a Linux based operating system, will compile and then we will generate the machine code for the Linux based operating system. This machine code for the Linux based operating system will be executed and you will get an output. Similarly, like a Windows, at client side we will also give the machine code for the Linux operating system and that basically executed and you will get output. If you have a various clients which are the Linux based, again you can distribute your machine code which was generated for the Linux based OS and all of them can execute it properly. So for the various OS, how to manage it? What you require to do is you have a simple program, same program you require to put it in a Windows based operating system, then Linux based operating system, or what is the Mac based operating system. You require to generate the machine code for the Windows based, machine code for the Linux based, and machine code for the Mac based also. And then if you have a Windows based clients, then you will distribute this. If you have a Linux based client, you will distribute this, and you have a Mac based client. Similarly, you have a Mac based machine code that you will distribute. So in short, you require to provide various download links to the client. So C++ is platform dependent language. It's very difficult to work like this. Again, think of one case. the case where you have a small change in the source code. In that case, you have to do the change in a source code. You have to recompile for each and every operating system. Suppose we have a 20 operating system. On all the 20 operating system, you require to recompile that particular source code. And after recompilation, you require to distribute that 20 different machine codes to your clients. So that is very difficult. So let us go for the Java now. Java is a platform independent. It follows the three-step process. Which are there? Let us take the example of the Windows. The same Java source code we have. Again, here the Java program or the source code we will have over here will compile over here and it will generate the bytecode or the platform independent code, or this is known as the intermediate code also. This code is not a machine dependent code, it is an intermediate code. Now, whenever we want to run this bytecode, we will use a JVM, Java Virtual Machine, which will convert this bytecode into the particular operating system or the machine dependent code. And then we will execute this. So, if I want to give this basically bytecode to the Linux based operating system, that will also work. In the Linux based operating system, again, the JVM will convert this bytecode into the Linux based machine code. So in such a way, Java can work on any operating system. Same program we will have, you will generate an intermediate bytecode, and that intermediate bytecode you will distribute to your clients having a different operating system, and then they can using a JVM they can convert into the machine code, and then machine code will be executed. So at the client side, again we will give a bytecode which is a platform independent code, and it will be executed. Here we have a various Windows based systems. Again, it's a Java program's bytecode. Bytecode will be given by using a JVM. We can execute it. Again, we know that the bytecode here we have will execute on a Windows. It will be executed. The same bytecode, whatever we have generated by using a Windows base, has been given to the Linux. Again, Linux, whenever we will have that bytecode on the Linux operating system, this bytecode is not a platform dependent code, is an independent code. By using a JVM, the say Java will convert into the Linux based machine code, and that will be executed. So again, the same bytecode can be executed on any operating system. What you need is Java virtual machine. You require to have a Java virtual machine. It converts bytecode into the machine code. By default, each and every operating system is Java virtual machine. Whenever you will install any new operating system, it will have a built-in JVM. So you do not require to have any worry for that one. So in a C++, you have a various basically your compiled version, the Windows based copy, Linux based copy, and the Mac based copy of your executable file should be given. But in a Java, the single program or the single executable file you can give it. So it's very easy to manage and work for the Java. So Java follows the slogan write one, run anywhere. So Java is platform independent. It can work on any platform. Now the second topic we will take, that's the Java buzzwords or the features of the Java. So there are basically 11 features of the Java. You can refer this one. The reference is Herbert Schill, Java, a beginner's guide, 7th edition. So simple. The Java is very simple for learning, coding and deployment purpose. Secure. It provides secure means of creating internet applications. It also provides high security due to the sandbox mechanism. Portable. Java can run on any machine where JVM is there. Object-oriented. Java supports object-oriented concepts. Object-oriented programming simplifies the software development and maintenance process. We have already learned this object-oriented concept is one of the lecture. Robust. Java supports error-free programming. Even after the error during the execution, it can continue its execution. Multi-threaded. It can perform more than one task at a time. Architecture neutral. It can run on any architecture. Compile and interpret it. It compiles the code and interpret it at runtime. High performance. The Java bytecode is highly optimized for the speed of the execution. Distributed. Java was designed with the distributed environment of the internet in mind. Dynamic. Java programs carry with them substantial amount of the runtime type information that is used to verify, resolve accesses to the object at runtime. So these are the assignments. Friends, in this session we have understood exactly why the Java is a platform independent. This is very important concept for a point of view of examination and interview and the basically industry also. Thank you very much. This is my communication details. You can refer